Okay, guys. I know I said we start at 3:10. It's 3:09. So I guess we can just start because we've waited for long. So yeah, thank you very much. We are really happy and appreciate for you being able to join. We hope that this session is going to be an insightful and it's going to be a learning series for you. So my name is Rachel Magodi. I am the Community Engagement Officer from the Ifakara Innovation Hub. For those who are new to the Innovation Hub, we are basically a space that supports startup to ideate from ideation to commercialization. And we do that by offering support in two portfolios. The first one is rural livelihood, where we look at solutions that are going to address challenges in the sector of agriculture, in the sector of green energy and climate change, and solutions for SMEs mostly, and that means fintech basically. And on another portfolio, we work, it's called the health portfolio, PDP health portfolio. And what we do on this portfolio, we support startups with solutions for health. And our main focus is on medical devices and healthcare technologies. So those are the portfolios that we work with. And so far we've supported over, I think around 21 startups to date from 2019 to date. And we are happy that Diana Novfeed was also one of our startups that we worked with.
Yeah.
From 2020. Yeah, we worked together in 2020, and we are happy that now she already has established a company. And I don't know if it's safe to say, but you're like no longer startup, I would say. So yeah, and we are happy that Diana will be able to take us through the session today. So yeah, without taking any more time, I would like to welcome Diana to take us through strategies for successful product and market testing. I think she'll also introduce herself very well. So you'll be able to know what she does and provide us with insights on with regards to our topic today. And if you have any questions while Diana is presenting, you can just note them down. And after the session, we'll be able to have a chance to for discussions. Thank you very much. Karibu, Diana.
Asante sana, Rachel, and thank you all for joining. First of all, I would like to thank Ifakara Innovation Hub for honoring me with this opportunity to share what I know about the successful strategies for market testing and for inviting me to share it with you all. So thank you so much, Rachel, and the all Ifakara Innovation Hub team. My name is Diana Orembe, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Novfeed. And as Rachel mentioned, mimi ni moja kati ya beneficiaries wa Ifakara Innovation Hub, na nafikiri ni mwanzoni tu ikiwa iko launched, sisi ndo tulifungua ile, sisi ndo tulikuwa wa kwanza kutumia ile ofisi yenu ya Ifakara. Kwa Ifakara Innovation Hub supported us, especially kwenye nyakati zetu za mwanzo ambapo it was difficult to attract the support of funding from development organizations. They see the potential in us, and they took one step ahead and supported us not only with with the capacity building, but also with the funding to help us take the business off the ground. So where we are today, it's because of their support as well. Novfeed was legally incorporated in 2020 as a limited by share company. And since then, it has been so hard to make sure that we are reaching as many farmers as we can. It was born with a single mission to help the farmers grow sustainably and affordably. Rachel, can you allow me to share the slides?
Yes.
Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so on today's webinar, I'm going to share with you about the strategies for successful producting and market testing. So it's more like I'm going to introduce you to the concept here of producting market testing and why it is crucial for business success, especially in today's competitive landscape. But before we proceed, I would like to talk a little bit about my journey. As I mentioned earlier, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Novfeed. It's a biotechnology startup company that was born with a single mission to help the farmers grow sustainably and affordably. What we basically do, we have developed a biotechnology platform where we collect and recycle the market agri-waste into a valuable protein ingredient to produce fish feed using alternative protein. And we recently launched our second product, which is called the EcoVita. It's a biofertilizer for the crop farmers, and it's used across different range of crops, from fruits to vegetables to rice pads and so many others. And Novfeed has grown from zero to employing more than 20 people right now. And these numbers will continue to grow. And with our product, both the fish feed and the EcoVita fertilizer, today we have been able to reach more than 1,000 farmers cumulatively, and we continue to grow and reach more farmers and create a lot of impact along the production value chain. So let's go back to our topic today, which is to explore the effective strategies for testing a product in the market and to ensure it is a success. And at the end of the webinars, one of the things that we will all work out with is the importance of the product in market testing and the key strategies for product in market testing, the case studies, the best practices to do this, as well as we'll have, at the end of the webinar, we'll have a few minutes for Q&A. So before we proceed, let's first define what is a product in market testing. It's often defined as a process of experimenting, gathering data, and understanding how products meet market needs and whether there is a viable market for it. So this is the step that you do just before launching your product into the mass market. It's a step where you take your product and you do the real life experimenting your product with the real users, and you gather the data. This includes their feedback to help you refine and optimize your product, and all these informations help you to come up with a final product which meets the market needs and it's viable for the market. You don't want to produce a product that makes you happy and makes customers happy, but there is no any customer who is willing to pay for that. People can be excited about the thing that you have, the innovation that you have, you will hear all those congratulations for coming up with this idea, but how do you make these people pay for this product? Are they congratulating you, or are they happy for you just because they know you and they are glad that at least you have come up with something? Or are they willing to take money out of their pocket and buy this product? Is it something that they really need, or is it something that you think they need? So during the product market testing, this is when you understand to differentiate between the two, that this thing that you have come up with, it's not only something that you think they need, but it's exactly something that they need. So startup phase has like 60 different phases. We have the idea phase, the prototype, the launch, the traction, the monetization, and the growth. The idea phase, this is when you have such cool idea and you just feel so excited and you want to share it with everyone in your network. And then it comes a point that this idea has to move from a paper into a tangible product, into something that you can test with the real users. You coming up with something that most people love to call like a most viable product. Although most of the time I don't like that word. I love it when people say it's a most remarkable product. This is a product that now you can test it into the market. You can gather the feedback just immediate before you launch your product. And then you're going to the third phase of your startup where you're launching this product into the market. And then you're starting to develop the traction. And most people think monetization comes before launching the product, but I think from my own experience, it doesn't work that way. The monetization, how you charge your product, normally comes after launching it and starting to develop the traction. That's when you understand how much can I charge this? Why am I charging this amount? And how much competitors are charging? What's different between my product with already existing the product with the one that competitors are selling? And then you go to the last phase, which is a growth phase. That's when you started to think about, after you have turned your idea into prototype, you have launched it, you have monetized it. How do you grow from startup to that big company? How do you scale from the idea to growth? So, but also let's learn about why is it very important to test your product before launching it. Number one, it helps you to understand the market needs. As I said before, you don't want to produce a product that you want or that you think people want, but you want to produce a product that is exactly that people want, and it is solving a problem that people have been suffering with for a while. You are giving them something that will solve their problem. So when you're testing your product into the market, that's when you're understanding the market needs. For example, I'm selling fish feed. Initially, I could have just taken fish feed into the market, into the mass market, without testing it with the users. And what's the negative impact of that? Nisingeweza kuirefine, nikaanza kujua okay, hawa watu wanataka chakula ambacho ni cha bei ya chini. Hawa watu wanataka chakula ambacho ni sustainable. Hawa watu, they want a feed ambayo will make their fish grow very fast and attain that market size in a lesser period compared to the competitors' markets. So before investing a lot of money into machineries and into mass marketing, I tested my product with few users, and from that point, wakanipa feedback ambayo it helped me to refine my product and optimize it to make sure that it meets the market needs. Kwamba kama chakula changu kilikuwa kinatakiwa samaki ale na akue ndani ya miaka miwili, okay, wenyewe wanasema hawawezi wakasubiria baada ya miaka miwili. Wenyewe what they want, kwa sababu tayari kipo cha miezi 8, wanataka ambacho kinaweza kikaperform wakaweza kuvuna samaki hata ndani ya miezi 6. It helps you to align your product with the customer's expectations. Remember, you are introducing a new product into already existing market. You already, that market is already saturated with the competitors. And now you want to convince these people, the customers, to use your product. So number one, the first reason why you have to test it is in order for you to understand what the market needs. Number two is to mitigate the risk. Imagine today you are investing $5 million US into developing something that people won't like it. You are unaiproduce kwa ajili ya mass market, ujaitesti na few users, ukaelewa kama kweli hichi kitu kinahitajika sokoni, unaishia kupoteza sio tu muda wako, lakini you are also going to waste this money. One of the reason why it's important to test your product is in order to mitigate those kind of risk. Na riski nyingine ni ukaproduce kitu ambacho labda expiry date yake, kumbe wewe ulikuwa unahisi itakaa mwaka mzima, kumbe ni ndani ya mwezi mzima tu, ndani ya mwezi mmoja tu kila kitu kinakuwa kimeshaharibika. Labda umekuja na platform ambayo unahisi itarahisisha watu kwanza kukitumia. Mfano una platform ya kuoda chakula, unaenda kuilaunch huko labda let's say sehemu kama Chalinze. Unajikuta hiyo platform yako umeitesti, watu kadri unavyoitesti na watu, unakuta kila mtu anasema mimi naona hii inanicheleweshea mpaka nije nisubirie chakula nusu saa, while I can just walk in na nikaenda nikachukua chakula restaurant. Kwa inakupa idea, okay, this is not the right place to launch this product. Now, instead of spending my time and my money to launch this product in this area or in this market, let me reconsider doing something else, au niame kabisa kwenye huu mkoa nikailaunch sehemu nyingine. One of the thing, it will help you to mitigate the risk. Number three, it will help you to optimize your product launch. It's muda una testi ni muda ambao pia unajiandaa kwa ajili ya kuilaunch product. Sasa testing, the feedback that you're receiving from testing with the few users will definitely help you to optimize it, to improve your product, to remove whatever they don't want and change whatever they don't want, to make sure that you're coming up with something that's exactly that they want. And because you have tested it, na ile namba ya watu ambao unahisi ni representative wa hilo group la your target customers, inakusaidia kui-optimize product yako before you target the mass marketing, before you launch it to the mass marketing. But also it helps you to make a data-driven decision, making the informed decision about the product that you are about to launch into the market. And this information, you're making it based on the data that you have received. Kwamba nimeijaribisha kwa watu 1,000, watu 10 tu ndo wamesema kwamba they can use it, lakini watu 990 wamesema kwamba hapana. So you now see like, okay, there is something that should be done based on these data. Let's talk a little bit about the startup challenges. Number one challenge that I mean personally nimeweza kukutana nao sana ni testing the product. Testing the product, first of all, it's very expensive. Na ni expensive kwa sababu gani? Unaweza ukajikuta unarudia kutengeneza hiyo the same product zaidi ya mara 30. Kwa sababu every time you take it to test it, you get a different feedback compared na ile ambayo ulikuwa umeipata mwanzoni. Na sio tu hivyo, you have to work on all these feedbacks, because at the end of the day, you're not making this thing for yourself. You're making it for these people. And you're not only making it for them, you're making something that will convince them, or that's something that will make them feel like they need it and take money out of their pocket and pay for it. So it's kind of an expensive stage, lakini it's a stage that you don't want to miss as well. Lakini pia ni stage ambayo you have to be very careful na those kind of feedback you're getting, upate watu wanaweza kukusaidia ku-analyze those data and advise you on those data. Lakini some other few challenge that I've seen with the startups is finding and building a talented team. This is another very big challenge. attracting talent is hard, and sometimes when you think you just got it right, unagundua ulikosea kabisa. But also making money is hard as well. Now that you have your product, you're launching it into the market, you want to make money out of this. How do you convince people to pay you for this is also another market. But once you win all these three things, now come to the stage like, how do you build an organization that can scalably and repeatedly launch great product? We have seen the big guys kila siku wanakuja na product mpya. Leo utasikia Tesla gari, Tesla sijui iko kwenye platforms, iko kwenye simu, iko kwenye perfumes, iko kwenye everything. So kila startup nia yake kubwa kishaanza kusolve hizi zote tatu. The challenge nyingine ni how to build this organization, how to make it stand, organization structure iweje, ethics ziweje, na how can you run organization. Huko Tanzania inoperate kwenye nchi zaidi ya 30. Unawekaje mifumo and all that. But let's focus more on the testing the product. Let's just go straight to the topic, the strategies for successfully product market testing. So these are some of the strategies that I've personally used, and I've seen, I've read from different peoples, and I find like this is a cumulative of most of the strategies that most people use. So the first strategy is concept testing. Sasa hapa kwenye concept testing, let's say for example, you are making toys for kids. This is what you want to make. Before you go to test it, before you come up with a prototype, you have to think about how can you talk to people, and how can you, like, asking different people, like, this is something that I'm thinking of coming up with. Nataka nitengeneze toys za kuchezea watoto. And my target audience will be the kids. So you have to do like a survey to understand how can you test it with the kids. So with this concept testing, you can consider using different survey platforms like GoDaddy. Lakini you can also interview different people. And one of the things that you will learn out of this process, you will gather the initial interest and suggestions that will help you to improve your testing process. So you just don't walk out with a prototype and go directly to test it. You first start to think strategies zako kwamba nataka nije this is the idea. How do I test it with the customers? So gather the information, what other people think. Inaweza ikawa ni the best way ya wewe kutesti hicho kitu ambacho unataka kukifanya. So that's number one strategy, we call it concept testing. The second strategy is prototype testing. Now that you have moved from a concept, from idea to prototype, you have what we call minimum viable product. You wanna test it na wale user, uone kama kweli wanaweza wakaitumia product yako. Mfano, mimi am producing fertilizer. Nilichukua hii fertilizer, nikatafuta wakulima wachache, wadogo wa open field na wa kwenye greenhouse. Nikawapa ile fertilizer, nikaambia nakupa hii bure, nataka unisaidie kupuliza. Wakulima wako very sensitive na new product. Wana testi kwanza kwenye area ndogo ili kuweza kuona kama kweli hicho ulichokisema kwamba inalenga kufanya itafanya hivyo. That's what we call like you have a prototype. Kumbuka hapo uja produce kingi, just small. Unaitesti na wale real users. Unaanza kupata feedback kutoka kwao. So what you can expect at this stage is to identify the design and functionalities issue ya hiyo product yako, na kwanza kupata data about their satisfactions. Are they satisfied with this product? Unaanza kusikia, okay, nilivyopuliza mwanzoni haikuonyesha matokeo mazuri, lakini kadri siku zilivyokuwa zinaendelea napata yield. Now it help you, unaangalia, this is from this user, what about the other user, what about the third user? Number 3 is market segmentation. The market segmentation, unaanza kuangalia, you can't just target kila mtu. lazima wawepo specific group of people ambao watakuwa ndio customer wako. Are they the kids? Are you targeting non-government organizations? Are you targeting schools? Are you targeting just the elder people kwa sababu labda you're producing supplement for elder people? What's your market segmentation? So you identify different market segments to target specific needs. So for example, you are producing toys. Now you're going to, target yako itakuwa ni watoto labda wa age fulani, labda ya 0 to 4. Kutokana na ina toy unaoizalisha, au kasema kwamba hii toy ni virahisi mtoto kumeza, mimi siwezi kutarget hii group. Kwa group langu litaanzia watoto wa miaka 7 mpaka watoto wa miaka 14 kwa sababu hawa ndio wanaojielewa. Kwa unaanza ku-identify specific market. Hiyo specific market ndio unaenda kutesti nao hiyo product yako. And what you can expect out of this strategy is a tailored testing approach for diverse customers groups. Number 4 is what we call beta testing. Now you release this product to a selected group of users in real world conditions. You collect the feedbacks from them, either it's a tangible product kama fertilizer, au it's a platform, au it's an application. Unaanza kupata real world performance. Unatoka kwenye ile specific group ile la watu wachache. Unaanza kuenda beyond. Don't only use your friends, use even the friends of your friends and the people who doesn't even know your friends, and ask them for the real feedback. Yani sometimes targeting people who doesn't know you is the best way. Unaweza ukaenda sehemu ambayo unajua kabisa hawa watu hawanifahamu, ukaamua kuongea nao, ukatafuta namna kuongea nao, wakaitest your product yako. Watu wasio kufahamu, the good thing about them, they will be honest with you. If they don't like it, they don't like it. So from that stage, we'll learn about the real world performance, na you'll get the user feedback, na itakusaidia kuweza kuimprove ile product yako. Then you go to survey and focus group, which is strategy 4, where you'll gather the detailed feedback on various product aspects, whether it's a packaging yake or people doesn't like kuitumia. Mfano, mtu anakuambia nikiitumia naona kama mazao badala ya sio tu inamea vizuri, lakini inakuwa inawahi kupata magonjwa. Labda itamea vizuri, lakini at some point inawahi kupata magonjwa. So those kind of surveys are very important, and at this strategy, you can expect to learn about the insight into customers' preference. What do they want? At what price? Na like wewe labda unawauliza wewe hii product nikikuuzia labda kwa 5,000 utaweza kuinunua? Atakwambia hapana, nitainunua kwa 5,000 lakini nitatumia labor force kubwa kwenye kuitumia, au nitainunua, siwezi kuinunua 5,000 kwa sababu naweza nikapata kichi kingine kwa shilingi 2,500. So those are the kind of feedback you want to collect at this stage. And number 6 is pilot launching. Pilot launching, una launch sio kwa ile pilot scale. Yani, it's not a scaling stage, lakini una launch kwa specific group. Labda una target Mwanza tu. Au let's say mimi na fertilizer, najua wakulima wengi wanapatikana Iringa. Kwa hii una testi kwa Iringa tu, au naenda Mbeya tu. So you introduce your product to a limited area or to a small customer base. And out of this, you will monitor sales, you will understand the customer's reactions, and you will also understand about the market acceptance of your product. So the methods that you can use is a geographic testing and control rollouts. And number 7 is data analysis. Now that you have piloted your project and you have collected these feedbacks kuanzia mwanzo from different customers mpaka umeweza kufikia tu sasa umeilaunch kwenye hii group kubwa ambayo labda ni Mwanza au ni Dar es Salaam au ni wapi. Now unakuja ile stage unaanza kuanalyze zile data ambazo ulikuwa unazipata, unazifanyia statistical analysis and qualitative analysis. And this will help you to identify the trending, kwamba nilivyoipeleka Mwanza, mwanzoni watu walikuwa wananunua watu 10. Baada ya hapo namba zikaanza kupanda, wakafika 11,000, wakafika 20,000, wakapanda zaidi. Lakini kwa upande wa Mbeya, mwanzoni walikuwa ni watu 10,000, baadaye wakaanza wakashuka, na saizi kama order zinapatikana tu kwa wale watu ambao tuna relationship nao, unaanza kuelewa unaanza kuchanganua nini inaweza ikawa ni tatizo hapa. Labda je, hii haifai kwa udongo wa hapa, hii product yangu ya fertilizer haifai kwa udongo wa Mbeya, au ni hali ya hewa ya Mbeya hairuhusu, labda inatumika kwenye mazingira ya joto au inafuata kwa mazingira yetu. So you get a chance to analyze those kind of trends, and all these trends help you to refine your product and make the data-driven decisions. Number 8 is market testing. Now that you have successfully piloted your product, sasa unatest your product with different message and using different channels. Umetoka kuitesti kwenye specific geographical area, umefanya analysis of data. Now you are so confident that this product can work in all the regions or in this kind of geographical areas. And this is the price that people are willing to buy, and this is how it is applied. Now, what kind of message can I use and what kind of channels can I use in order to attract more customers to buy this product? So under this, you use multi-channel campaign, you use the website, use the social media. Ukiamua kuna watu wanatangazaga kwa kutumia magari, you do all those kind of stuffs. And at this step, you will determine the most effective marketing strategy. Kwa kadri unavyoendelea kufanya marketing, tunakuja kuelewa, okay, my customers, the people who are willing to pay for my product, these are the kind of things when I'm telling them wananunua. Lakini nikiswitch nikiwaambia hivi, naona sales zangu kama zinakuwa zinashuka zinapanda. Kwa this is one of the strategy ambayo ni very, very important kwenye ukuaji wa biashara, because under this is where you know what to tell people in order for these people to pay you based on this product. If you produce something that you can't sell, it doesn't matter how good it is. The fact that you can't sell this product, there is no way out. Watu watainunua. Na selling ni pamoja na the message ambao unawaambia watu. Unawaambia watu hii sabuni inaondoa harara, inaondoa chunusi, inaondoa mabakabaka, inaondoa nini? Au wewe unaambia watu hii sabuni unaitumia kuoga. Hizo ni two different things. Unaitumia kuoga. Mwingine unataka sabuni ya kuoga, ichukua hii sabuni utatumia kuoga, lakini the same soap mtu mwingine anakuongezea na kuambia tumia hii sabuni na kusaidia kuoga, itaondoa harara, itaondoa chunusi, itaondoa mabakabaka. So those kind of the message that you have to develop, and you have to find out ipi inakubalika sana. Last but not the least, you continue to gather the feedback, continuous feedback loop. You continue to collect and analyze customer feedback post launching your product. Now that you have tested your product, you have successfully launched this product, the final stage, and this is ongoing stage, or your company exists, you will always have to do this. You have to collect their feedback. Usikie mteja anasemaje, anajisikiaje, ni nini tena umpe, ni nini ni changamoto yake. If you have realized hizi nini mitandao mingi ya simu, sometimes they just call you. Especially I've seen this a lot with the DSTV. Most of the time they call you just to tell you, just to ask about how are you doing, vipi kifurushi hatujakuona umelipia, una changamoto yoyote, those kind of things. So if pia unatakiwa ufanye kwenye kila bidhaa, you have to create an habit of collecting these data and getting the customers' feedback and analyzing this feedback and working on them. For the positive feedbacks, you continue to maintain them. And for the negative feedback, you continue to find out a way to do them. And you can do this using so many different ways. You can do a customer survey, ukamap out wateja wako wako wapi, ukaanza kupita kuwatembelea, au ukafanya survey ile ya mitandaoni just to gather their feedback, how namna wanavyotumia product yako, wameona mabadiliko, is there anything you can improve, is there anything you can change, is it how you communicate with them, or is it how you make it easy for the product, for them to reach your product. Labda mwingine atakwambia, bwana, mimi niko huku Sumbawanga ninafuga samaki, lakini sasa changamoto kubwa, hakuna mtu anayesupply hicho chakula chako huku Sumbawanga, na mimi kuagiza kutoka Dar es Salaam kwangu inakuwa ni gharama. Those are the kind of feedbacks you get. Unaanza kufikiria, nawezaje kumfikia huyu mteja, nawezaje kuimprove namna ya kuwafikia wateja, niwe na magari au niwe na store au niwe na nini. This will help to continually improve and sustain your product success on the market. Yeah, and the best practices. So I think we only have those 9 strategies for today. And the best practices, this is the last slide from me. The best practices that we can use for the successfully product market testing is to engage early and often with the customers from the concept stage, to iterate quickly, use feedback to make rapid improvement, to be open to change. Customers wakikwambia kitu, wasikilize and work on that. Hata kwa kuwajibu tu kwamba sawa, hii feedback yako ni nzuri, lakini ofisi itaifanyia kazi. Adapt based on real world insight. Yani like they are the users, they know better than you, the producer. So like listen to the real world insights, communicate clearly, keep stakeholders informed throughout the process. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Diana. That was really insightful. And maybe as a listener, I also got a lot of insights from this one and a lot of learnings and all that. And I like how you highlighted kwamba you start engaging with your customers early, because I feel like it's sometimes, as an entrepreneur, you might you get so immersed or in love with your idea and you forget that your idea should be informed with what your target audience are needing. So I think that to me was a really good takeaway. So I would like to welcome questions, or basically discussions from the audience. If there's any question, suggestion, anything to add on, karibu sana.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, maybe because I'm sorry for coming late. I would like Diana to give me a short of summary, like a 1 minute or 2 minutes summary of the presentation, so that I can catch up with the team. Thank you.
Oh my God, how can I start with you? Hi, Jamesy. Na mimi nataka kutesti kama wanafunzi wameelewa. I would love to invite anyone who here from the very beginning ambaye ameelewa kitu ambacho can share in 1 to 2 minutes or even less than that. No one? That's crazy.
Or are people shy?
Amna alielewa. Oh my God.
Maybe we'll try.
Okay, fine. That's
Diana,
fine. Yes.
Maybe they might have understood so much. Mtu anaweza kama ameelewa sana.
No, we have Stephen wants to give us something, want to share with us something. Karibu, Steve.
Well, Asante. By the moment I joined, see you presenting about the importance of product marketing testing, and on that concept, we have looked about understanding the market needs, that you need to align the product with the customer expectations, what the customer needs, and what your product you have you need to sell to your consumers. Also, the importance of doing market testing is to mitigate the risk that there are sometimes you have a product and you want to sell it to our consumers, but there might be some risk that you don't understand. So in doing this market testing, then you will be mitigating some risk that can be reduced. Also, optimizing the product launch in such a way that you increase the chance of success by doing this market testing, what the customer needs, what the consumer needs to buy. So it's very important to do the market testing. Then we looked on the startup challenges. What are the challenges that most people face while need to conduct this market testing? We start up with the testing the product, and then we look on finding and building the talented team that you need to work with. Okay, making money depending on the product that you will be using or you want to enter into the market. That sometimes it can be difficult for you to make money depending on the product that will be selling to your consumers. Then after a startup challenges, then we look on the strategies for successful product market. That was a topic about. And the first strategy was about concept testing. That first, before launching your product to the consumers, you need to do a concept. You need to test the idea, what you have, what customers think about your product, what the customer needs about the product, or in what ways your idea you can put it so that the customers it can be beneficial for them and you. And there are different methods that we have looked that you can use to get a good idea about your product, that you can conduct a survey, a focus group that is all about research methods. It can be interview. So it depends on what method you will be using that will be convenience for you. Then after that, we look into a prototype testing. On a prototype, then you have a product, you give a consumer to test the product and they give you a feedback. What means you need to identify the functionality issues, enhancing the user certification areas of the product. So how are you gonna do that? You use what we say a prototype. You give a product to a customer, then he test it, and then he give you feedback. And then the strategy number 3 was about market segmentation. That you need, if you have a product, you need to test your product depending on that, depending on the segmentations. We look on the demographic issues, that maybe what ages will your product be highly recommended, or genders, if you are looking for women or men. So it depends on what product or services you want to offer to the consumers. And then we have survey and focus groups. Those are the research methods that we'll be using to get feedback on your product. Then we looked into a pilot launch. On a pilot launch, that then you have doing all this, what we say, idea testing, the market segmentation. Then you launch your service or product to the consumers. So here you look into geographical targeting, what a specific geographic area that you target to the consumers. Maybe it will be Morogoro region, for example, if you want to cut about cultivating, or maybe Dar es Salaam, Kariakoo, whatever the market you're finding. And then there is a data analysis that you analyze the data that you have gathered into all process from the beginning until until that point. What the feedback did you get? How was the response of the customers? So you do all the qualitative and the statistical analysis to see the perspective, and maybe there is an incremental of the needs, or there's a decrement of the needs from the consumers. So in data analysis, what you need is to identify the trends. You make a data-driven decision. It can be like the importance of doing the data analysis for you. And then I remember there was market testing. On market testing, you test the various markets. Then we saw on the strategy number 6 was a pilot launch, but on this strategy market testing, you test it to the various platform so that you can get customers from different regions or from different perspectives, depending on your product that will be launching. And finally, is the continuous feedback loop, that continue learning or get feedback from your customers so that you can improve what the customer needs and what you need to target more on the business. So that's all I have.
That was perfect. Siku ukianza kufuga samaki, nina zawadi yako ya mfuko mmoja wa kuanzia.
Thank you.
Anyone with a question or concern? And I think we have like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Or anyone want to share anything with all of us?
Okay. Stephen, do you want to say something?
For me, maybe, for example, I need to have a project concerning about shamba. For instance,
What?
shamba, agriculture, I mean.
Okay.
Okay. And now, before the starting, do I need to first to search for the market, or do I need first to invest on the project?
Huwa wanasema namna ambavyo project zinafanya kazi au biashara, unaanzia sokoni ndipo unarudi kwenye uzalishaji.
Okay.
Mfano, nataka kuzalisha hoho. Kwa nini naanzia sokoni? We umesema unaenda kwenye agriculture. Mfano, unataka kulima hoho. Kwa nini unaanzia sokoni? Unataka kuelewa mimi hoho gani zinahitajika sokoni. Je, ni hoho za kijani, ni hoho za njano, ni hoho nyekundu? Na ni kwenye soko gani haswa ambalo mimi nitakuwa ninauziapo? Sawa, for example, niko Dar es Salaam, nina shamba Chalinze. Soko la Chalinze nikiuzia pale inaniambia kwamba ndoo moja ya hoho nitakuwa nauza kwa shilingi 5,000. Lakini soko lililopo Dar es Salaam la Mabibo linaniambia ndoo moja la hoho hizo za kijani inauzwa shilingi 20,000. Naanza kuangalia wapi kuna demand, wapi nitakuwa na uwezo kutoa mzigo haraka. Na gundua kwamba ili soko la Chalinze sio tu kwamba inalipa kidogo, lakini pia utoaji wake wa mzigo, capacity yake ni ndogo, yani demand yao pale sokoni ni ndogo. Labda kwa siku wana uwezo tu wa kuchukua ndoo 30, lakini Mabibo wanachukua zaidi ya ndoo 200 pale. Kwa nasema okay, mimi niko mbali na Mabibo, ila Mabibo ndo inaonekana ina demand kubwa ya hichi ninachotaka kukizalisha. Je, mimi nazalisha kwa kiwango gani? Nazalisha ndoo moja tu, haina haja kuitoa hapa hadi Mabibo, au nazalisha kiasi kingi kiasi kwamba nikija kukodisha usafiri kutoa mzigo wangu shambani kupeleka Mabibo, still bado ni profitable kwangu, na uwezo wa kukodi gari na uwezo wa kwenda kuuza kwa hiyo bei iliyoko sokoni, na naweza nikaondoka na mzigo tani moja hapa na yote nikafika nikakaa lisali moja likaisha. Kwa all those datas unazigather. Kwa lazima uanzie sokoni, ujue soko linataka nini. Kabla wewe ujaenda sasa kulima, usije ukalima maembe dodo, kumbe soko linataka zile embe zingine zile ndogo ndogo. Hivyo. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mimi nina swali, or maybe I don't know, maybe something ya kufikiria. So at the end of the day, do you think we should, as an entrepreneur, does making profit matter? Or okay, obviously the end game ni kupata hela. So should we like put our minds more into making money or just having a good product? Like, which one should we put first?
Number one is having a good product because you're launching before monetizing the product. Lakini ili hii product iweze kuwa sustainable sokoni, lazima pia ufikirie namna gani nitaweza kupata profit. Kwa sababu kama utakuwa haupati profit, meaning utaingia sokoni na product kwa sababu ulikuwa na capital ya investment, lakini unaingia alafu unatoka kwa sababu haiwezi kusustain ile biashara beyond ile investment ulioifanya. Biashara inatakiwa uinvesti, uingize sokoni, itengeneze hela ya kuweza kujiendesha sasa yenyewe. Yaani kila unapopeleka mzigo sokoni unapata hela ya kutengeneza, ya kuzalisha mzigo mwingine na kuweza kufanya operations zako na kuweza kuendelea kufanya marketing. Lakini all this comes after coming up with a product that the market needs. And the market, not only like they need it, they are willing to pay for this product or service. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Makes sense. Hapa naona kuna comment from Jamal. He's saying, I truly agree. The focus is to provide product or service solutions according to the market needs, though it's vital to consider market capacity, monetization of the product, and scalability of service or product. Yeah, that's a comment from Jamal. I don't know if there's maybe one last question or contribution or addition. If there is no, we close the meeting because we are a little bit, we've gone beyond our time because we said we'll finish at 4 o'clock. So is there any addition that anyone would like to add on? Or if Diana, you have any last takeaway before we close the session?
Sol,
Yes.
maybe you can share your communication so that we can get catch up on some issues.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Diana.
I hear.
Yes, I think one of the things that I would love to share before the end of the webinar is I love this what Paul Butchett once said is launch when the product is better than what is out there. So after doing all the market testing and everything, usiwe na ile pressure kwamba you want to launch it. Just do the market testing as many times as you can, refine it, optimize it, and
Hello?
Yes, hello.
launch it when it is better than the product or than the competing product that is out. Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Diana. So Stephen had asked kama unaweza ukashare contacts zako so that
Yes,
catch up with you after the call.
Yeah, I'll just type here, Diana Orembe. You can add me on LinkedIn, and this is my phone number, 0693438663. And this is my email at gmail.com. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Thank you very much, Diana.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for joining this call today. I hope it has been insightful and that you've gotten very, good stuff that you could use in your in innovation or entrepreneurship journey. So that marks the end of our call today. Hope to see you in the next webinar that we're gonna have. We are doing an innovation series session. So yeah, we've been doing a couple of sessions, and we will continue doing some sessions. The idea is to take entrepreneurs or innovators through the innovation life cycle stages, so that to help any entrepreneur out there to be able to grow their businesses. Yeah, so that's all from our side. We wish you a very good weekend, and yeah, have a great day, guys.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.